Hello and welcome to Gladys Cake Kitchen. In this video I'll be showing you how to make this unicorn and rainbow cake with the unicorn horn made from an edible image. A unicorn horn can be tricky to get right, especially when using fondant. So in this video I'll be showing you a simple alternative way to get the horn and ears using an edible printed image. Additionally, I'll be showing you one of the ways to get a level straight standing cake with sharp edges using ganache. This video is packed with simple tips and practical ways to help you get your cake right. So if you'd like to see how this unicorn cake is made with an edible printed horn, please keep watching. Over here I have a 6-inch Oreo cake that's been filled with Oreo buttercream. The cake is set on a cake card sitting on a cake drum. The cake measures 8 inches tall and the crust is trimmed before crumb coating, but as you can see here the cake looks beaten and uneven. I have a detailed video on how to crumb coat a cake 2 ways where I show you why you should trim or not trim your cakes. This video is linked in the description box below, so please do check that out. Now to crumb coat the cake, I spread some ganache on top of the cake and around, aiming to fill in any unevenness on the surface while strapping in all the crumbs. I am also using some leftover ganache for the crumb coat, which is a great way to reuse ganache. With a scraper I take off any excess and clean the top lip using a sharp knife. I will leave the cake to set before the next layer of ganache is applied. Whilst the cake is set to chill, I'll be prepping an extra cake card wrapped in plastic, which will be used together with a measuring ruler to get a straight standing cake with sharp edges. If you watch till the end, I will show you the type of plastic I am using here. I have tried different types of plastics, including our kitchen favorite cling film, but none has been effective as this piece of plastic I am using here. And by the way, this video is not sponsored. With the cake card wrapped in plastic, it's all closed up using sellotape, ensuring a tight round card with no loose plastic. The cake is then returned for the next layer, aiming for some sharp edges. To begin with, some ganache is spread on top of the cake and spread around for a level top. The card wrapped in plastic is applied to the top of the cake and the right angle ruler used to help align the top and bottom cards. To do this, I ensure the bottom of the ruler is sitting flush on the surface board on which the cake stands. The ruler should also be standing vertically straight against the cake, whilst I gradually move the ruler around the cake parallel against the edges of both the top and bottom cards, observing the cards are aligned. In case of misalignment, I move the top card slightly towards the ruler to ensure it is aligned with the bottom card. The ruler is moved around slowly around the cake until complete alignment is observed. With some more ganache spread around the cake, the excess is taken out using a scraper, with the edges of the aligned cards serving as a guide. The cake is then left to set and returned for a final layer of colored ganache. I am using some light colors of purple, green and yellow, which are layered before any excess is taken off. While the cake is left to set, it is time to make the unicorn topper from a printed edible image. To make the topper, the printed image is cut out cleanly from the icing sheet using a sharp blade. Over here, I am using a blade from a Stanley knife. The cutout image is then applied onto a rolled out fondant using some piping gel. Some Tyler's powder has been added to the fondant to help it set hard. With a rolling pin and fondant smoother, the image is pressed into the fondant and left to sit for about 20 minutes before it is cut out. I've also made the rainbow and some fondant element, which will be left to dry in a fan oven at 50 degrees Celsius. I have fast forwarded this part and skipped over some details here, but a slower and more detailed version is linked in the description box for you to check out. This will also be left at the end of the video for your convenience. The horn topper is done and left to dry, so the cake is returned for the card to be removed and the top edges cleaned with a sharp knife. Some ganache strip is applied and the cake left to set before final decorations. The cake is returned for the topper to be added. Some pipe details are included using some peach yellow and light green buttercream. The rainbow and fondant elements are added to finish the cake off, and here is the unicorn and rainbow themed cake with the topper and rainbow element made from edible images. The plastic used for wrapping the card is the Easy Leave roll from Lakeland. It is a strong, light, waterproof and grease-proof plastic used to prevent burgers, fish, steak or any other food item from sticking together. But I have found another efficient use for it, and so could you. This video right here is the slower and detailed version of how to make the horn and rainbows for your cake, and the playlist next will help you with more details on how to level up your decorating skills. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.